Hello, today I'm cooking chicken, roasted chicken in rosemary. Delicious. I have already inserted pieces of rosemary in this chicken, under the legs, inside the chicken, under the wings, and in many places. And also I have sprinkled this with sea salt. We're going to have roasted chicken with potatoes. Red potatoes, white potatoes, tomatoes, onions, and garlic. And we're going to prepare a very special sauce with basil and mint, and of course, olive oil. This is going to be a great meal to enjoy. I'm going to pour a little bit of olive oil over the chicken before I put it on the rotisserie, just to give it that flavor. This is going to be delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and first roast the chicken in rosemary, herbs, olive oil, and salt. And while the chicken is roasted, I come back to prepare the potatoes. And then we'll prepare the sauce. This is going to be a great meal for any day, particularly for Sunday afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the chicken on the rotisserie, and I come back for the potatoes. I'm cooking the chicken in the rotisserie for about 90 minutes. It will be so good that I can taste it. Can you smell the rosemary? To prepare the potatoes, I am going to add olive oil to this pan. And first, I am going to roast the potatoes or grill them or fry them in olive oil. And I'm using whole potatoes and small potatoes. These are white potatoes, and then we have the red potatoes. This combination makes this dish very, very flavorful, especially when we put in the sauce that we're going to make with basil, mint, and olive oil. So I'm gonna place the potatoes here and brown them a little bit. I just like to roast everything I cook. Later we're gonna be adding olive oil to this. Later we're gonna be adding garlic and onions to our mix. I'm going to be browning the potatoes for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna go ahead and add the garlic, the onions, and then we're going to slowly boil the potatoes in water and chicken broth. So we'll come back. All this is happening while the chicken is on the rotisserie. Now that the potatoes are ready, by the way, they look just perfect, I'm going to be adding the onions, and I'm using a half an onion, and I'm going to be adding the garlic. And then we're going to just fry the garlic with the potatoes and the onions for a little bit, like maybe 3 minutes. And then I'm gonna be adding 1 cup of water and 1 cup of chicken broth already mixed on this cup. And at the end, we'll be adding the tomatoes. And then we'll make our sauce with basil, a little bit of mint, and olive oil. I cannot wait to taste this meal. It's going to be extraordinary, delicious, deliciosamente extraordinaria. Now I'm going to be adding the combination of 1 cup of water, 1 cup of very rich chicken broth, and I'm going to slowly cook this at 275 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, even longer if I have to. Very good. We'll come back and make the sauce. While we're doing all this, the chicken is roasting. The rosemary, the chicken, the olive oil smells super delicious to die for. I challenge you to make this meal for yourself. It's easy to do and very delicious to enjoy. Now that the potatoes are ready, I am going to make the sauce. I have basil and mint. I have about 1/4 of a pound of basil, and then I have about a bunch of mint, like 8 leaves of mint. I'm gonna be adding just a little bit, 1/4 of a cup of chicken broth, and I'm going to be adding about 1/2 cup of olive oil. I can drink olive oil. As we said before, olive oil is the fuel for the heart. I'm gonna be adding a little bit of sea salt. And now I'm going to crunch it. You can add more chicken broth if you like and more olive oil. We're gonna crunch it a little bit, mix it, break it down to make our delicious basil, mint, olive oil sauce for the potatoes. In the meantime, the chicken keeps cooking. We're almost ready to enjoy chicken rosemary with potatoes, onions, garlic, and tomatoes, grape tomatoes. We're gonna be adding the tomatoes last to our potatoes because we don't want them overcooked. So we're gonna go ahead and just pulse this a little bit, and we'll be ready to go. Finally, dinner is ready. This is a delicious dish. It's time to taste. First, the potatoes with the sauce. So delicious and tasty. Now I am going to go ahead and taste the chicken. Yes, very, very tender, very delicious. Enjoy rosemary chicken with potatoes, onions, garlic, tomatoes, and basil mint sauce. Delicious. Salud. Thank you for watching, and until the next time, the next meal. Goodbye. Salud.